There have been times whereby showers have been difficult for me to go through, and there have been times where my skin has been so dry and patchy that if I move that part of my skin would actually crack. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is T from ImpeccableHandsMw, and I'm so glad that you're here. If you're a new subscriber, or if you're new to my channel, then you are so welcome. But remember to hit the subscription button, to hit the notification button, and to like and share the video. Now in this video we're going to talk about eczema. I posted some video on TikTok where I was asking people to tell me what they want to hear from me and what content they want me to make, and I got an overwhelming request to talk about eczema. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, but I was born with eczema. I've struggled with it, so everything that I'm going to be talking about in this series is basically from my experience with my family and friends, to advice from my physician, and also from research. All right, another thing is that I'm going to be showing you guys some pictures, so if they are a little bit graphic for you, I'm sorry, but I can't talk about my experience without showing you guys some pictures so that you see where I'm coming from and where I am and perhaps where we're going. All right, eczema, also known as atopic dermatitis, is a skin disease that causes your skin to be inflamed, itchy, patchy, and dry. It leaves your skin with hyperpigmentation, and it's very annoying, and it affects any part of your skin. Could be your scalp, which is called seborrheic eczema or dermatitis, and it's something that also affects me, and it made my hair to be stagnant for a very long time. It's also something that can affect your face. It hasn't done that yet, and I hope not. And it can affect your body, and for me it affects the folds, where my skin folds, and my joints. And it's something that is chronic. It's usually genetic, but I know of people who have gone through eczema or dermatitis, or who have experienced eczema and dermatitis, but they don't have a genetic history in their family. It's not there, it's just them. And in this video I'm just going to make it short and sweet and tell you guys some of the principles that I have learned that have helped me to minimize the inflammation, something that has helped me to tame my skin so that it doesn't flare up like most of the time. The first principle is diet. It changes everything. What you eat should be your medicine. Another thing about eczema is that it comes from the inside. It's got to do with your gut health. Now, everything that has inflammatory properties is going to be bad for you. Peanut butter, peanuts are going to be bad for you because they have inflammatory properties, and if you eat that, your body is going to react. I know not everybody who has eczema is going to react to peanuts, but what I'm trying to say is that you need to understand what you're eating. If there's something that you eat and causes your skin to react, you need to stop that. Even if that food is good, it is going to be bad for you. Go on a plant-based diet. I'm not saying you should be vegan. Don't cut out on the meat, but make sure that the meat that you're eating is something that is in tandem with your skin. For example, red meat and meat don't go together. Processed meat and meat don't go together. The only thing that I eat is chicken and fish, and I eat this once in a while. For example, chicken once in a week or fish once in a week, and the rest of the days I go on a plant-based diet. This has really helped to detox my body and to ensure that I'm healing from the inside out. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about diet in another video altogether. Principle number 2 is exercise. Now, you need to exercise your body. You need to sweat it out. So eczema or dermatitis is something that is fighting to release toxins from your body, and the way you can actually help your body is to sweat it out. Now, you don't have to do vigorous exercises. In my case, I don't do vigorous exercises, you guys, but I like to do brisk walking, or I like to do Zumba. You can jog in the morning, but if I do vigorous exercises, I start to feel itchy, and that is something that I don't want to do, and that is something that you definitely don't want to put yourself in. But make sure that you sweat yourself out at least on a day-to-day basis for 10 to 30 minutes. And when you sweat it out, make sure you rush into the shower and clean yourself out, because you don't want the sweat to linger on your skin. That's another problem that you don't want. And on the issue of sweat, make sure that you don't repeat your clothes, because if you do, that is going to be room for inviting infection on your skin, and you don't want that. Principle number 3 is that you need to start journaling. Now, I started journaling 2 years ago. I take account of what I've been doing that week, what I've eaten, where I've been, everything that I've done, because that helps me to figure out where my allergic reactions are coming from, why I am breaking out. So if I've eaten something different out of the ordinary, I know that that particular thing has affected me, and this is how I can treat my body. So you need to start journaling. Journal the things that are actually working, the things that are not working. If something is not working, ditch it out and find a substitute or an alternative. That's how you learn how to manage your eczema. Principle number 4 is water. Now, I'm not a fan of water, guys. I'm not. I have to be honest, I'm not a fan of water, but you need to take enough water during the day. Make sure you drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water. If you don't do that, at least make sure that you drink herbal teas during the day and eat enough fruits and vegetables that have a large water content in them. And that's basically what I do. I try to drink enough water, but I make sure that I supplement that with herbal teas because I'm a fan of them. And these are examples of herbal teas that you can actually invest in order to treat your eczema, because they flush out those toxins and you are going to be better. Principle number 5 is that you need to handle your stress and emotional trauma. Now this is a deep issue, this is a critical issue, but think about it. Go back to the times that you've had your eczema or dermatitis breakouts. Were you going through some emotional stress? Were you going through some traumatic event? For example, last year I got involved in an accident, and I think for those who have been on my channel, you know this. And after the accident, I went through some PTSD and I started developing some rash on my leg, and it turned out to be a big patch. Right now it's fading off, but it's something that has really affected how I dress right now. I just don't want the attention from people asking me what is happening to your leg, because one leg is darker than the other, as you can see right here. It's not a pleasant thing, okay? So stress is something that is going to trigger certain things in your life. Do not suppress your stress. If you need help, find help, okay? If you need to meditate, meditate. If you need to pray, pray. Find some outlet in order for you to release those pent-up emotions. And believe you me, right now I'm better than I was last year, and the eczema has also started going down. So these things are actually connected, and that's what I'm saying, that stress and emotional trauma can actually affect your well-being. Principle number 6 is that your choices in products, for example skincare products, your soaps, your lotions and your creams and your butters and whatnot, have to be healthy. And don't worry, we're going to talk about this in another video. So in as much as healing eczema starts from the inside, the things that you put on the outside, they're going to make you better or they're going to aggravate your conditions. Steroids do not make you better. They mask the situation and make you appear as if you're getting better. But once you stop that, your skin goes back to its dysfunctional state. Basically, that's it. So in the next video that I'm going to post next week, and we're going to start with diet, so we're going to talk about it in the next video. And I hope that this is something that has helped you to know better what eczema and dermatitis is all about. And trust me, this is a journey. I've been doing this for 2 years now, and my skin is better. If you look at my hands right now, this is not how my hands were in 2020. Do you see this? And do you see this? It's all been about following these particular principles, and I hope that you're going to learn 1 or 2 things. And thank you to those who requested that I start talking about eczema, because this is a personal issue and it can be very depressing for me to speak it out. But thank you that you want to know my story, and thank you that you want me to get to know your story, and that way we form that particular community. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't done that yet, then definitely do that, and comment down below what your experience has been with eczema and dermatitis, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.